I have the pleasure of being joined today by Chris Powell. Chris is the Chief Marketing Officer or CMO at Qlik. Chris, great to see you. Thanks for making time to catch up with me.
Great. Thanks, Dez. Great to see you.
Again, here we are, a year down the track, another exciting Qlik Connect event this year, Qlik Connect 2025. It's being held the week of May the 13th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's May the 13th to the 15th in the amazing Orlando, Florida. Chris, I wonder if you can give us a 30,000-foot view of what attendees can expect this year at Qlik Connect 2025, and we'll delve into some of the details of what's on offer.
Well, we're really excited about this year's event. Every year is such a anticipated event for us to be able to bring customers and partners and just the overall ecosystem together to talk about what we're doing together to really transform business, transform organizations of all types. This year, we're, as always, bringing together great customer stories, great partnerships, and an opportunity really to understand the new product offerings that we're putting out there, whether that's walking around the show floor or being able to experience the breakouts, the certification opportunities, and of course, the main stage.
Indeed. I wonder if you could just maybe walk us through some of the key highlights from, maybe let's just start with some of the people who are speaking, presenting, and some of the standouts that people can look forward to.
Yeah, look, I think the main stage is always a great opportunity to hear from Qlik executives, our CEO, Mike Capone, our heads of product, Drew Clark and Brendan Grady. But it goes far beyond there in terms of being able to have other customers join us. The Chief Data Officer of Truist Bank's going to be on stage with us. We're really proud to be working with organizations of all types, especially some charitable and nonprofit organizations that are helping people around the world. We have someone from MedAir that's going to be coming and talking about the great things they're doing to provide relief supplies around the world, leveraging Qlik. We're so proud to be working with organizations like that. We'll have great partners on stage, AWS talking about our strategic relationship with them, and Accenture. We have Deloitte coming in. So really great brands that help our customers build out their data environments every day.
Wow, and I'll be looking forward to catching up with what Qlik.org is doing in that space as well. I'm always very keen to see what's happening on that side of the business as well. And you've got some amazing speakers. You mentioned Mike Capone. Always look forward to your CEO's opening keynote. You've got Katie Ledecky, who I think, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the most decorated American female Olympian, 14-time Olympic medalist and 21-time world champion swimmer, and 16-time world record breaker, I think. Katie Ledecky is an amazing opportunity to just be inspired in general. Who else have you got coming that's a particular note beyond Katie Ledecky?
Well, I think when we're very excited about having Katie on stage with us and being able to highlight everything that she's been able to do in the world of sport. And really how that translates into all these other areas. And as I mentioned, we're excited to have AWS, not just on main stage, but also AWS is part of a huge showcase that we're going to have on the show floor, talking about using supply chain as an example and ways that you can leverage Qlik and AWS solutions. So we're excited to be able to have AWS as a big part of all the things that are happening. We have our Qlik Transformation Awards that happen each year and recognize 6 different customers around the world. So there'll be customers from Asia Pacific, customers from the States, from Europe, to be able to highlight the things they're doing. And they're showcased not just at the awards, but many of them also on the show floor as well.
Fantastic. You always seem to bring in some amazing individuals and groups who are able to demonstrate how they're working with Qlik to put their data to better use. I know you've got a team, I believe, coming in who have been working with Qlik to get better performance from what they're doing and so forth, but without giving away too much, I wonder if you could just give us a little insight to what that team's doing.
How can I forget? Yeah, so the Q3 6.5 organization, the professional cycling team, is really driving forward and trying to get to that top 5, one of the top 5 spots in the world. They are a relatively new team that's been just advancing in the sport and winning some really impressive times in all different parts of the world. What we're doing with them and with their overall principal, Doug Ryder, is really helping them reinvent the way that they're managing the team, the way that they're managing how they look to their strategy during races with Qlik technology. So we're excited to be showcasing the applications that they use during the actual cycling, as well as after the preparation for it. They're doing some really innovative things today.
Awesome. There's nothing better than a true customer story that actually demonstrates the capability from end to end. So from memory, there's over 100 breakout sessions this year from memory and certifications. You've got a whole range of new Qlik AI specialist certifications in particular. I wonder if you could sort of just delve into kind of there's always training, there's always education, there's always certification at the events. It's one of the exciting reasons beyond all the things we just mentioned for to come to the event is to actually get hands-on in some of those workshops and training sessions and get that certification. This year, you've introduced an AI certification. I wonder if you could just give us a walk through what that entails.
Well, certainly AI is the hot topic everywhere. Everybody is fully aware of that. But when we talk to our customers and what they're trying to do, last year after this event, we had a tour around the world we called the AI Reality Tour. And in a lot of ways, this is just a continuation of that thought process of how do individuals within organizations that are responsible for data, responsible for really advancing them forward, how can they leverage AI in real ways? So we're talking about predictive analytics, generative AI that can begin to bring together not just unstructured data, but structured data as well, and ways they can lean into automation and things to drive the overall efficiencies of how they're managing their data.
And those various workshops, the training sessions, I think there's a thing, late night lunacy, that if people can't squeeze it all in during the day, if they've got their schedule full of keynotes and demos and one-to-one or group sessions around the place. Tell us a little bit about late night lunacy. That sounds like a huge amount of fun.
It's one of those things where you realize you're bringing together. There's someone that I'm really close with that describes this overall group as really nice people who love data in a slightly alarming way, and I think that's just an hilarious way to describe this. So late night lunacy is just a way to continue some of these things into the night and to be able to enjoy in a more casual atmosphere the things that we all sort of wake up and love getting into every day, which is thinking about the data and ways that we can innovate within our organizations.
I think we need some merch that says a concern with data in alarming ways. That is the most awesome quote ever. There's a huge amount. In particular, I'm looking forward to everything that goes from your workshops and sessions on data warehouse and data lakes, particularly the modernization of those. They're being stretched in every possible way in every direction. Building the real-time data enterprise environments, in particular what your platform offers, whether it's on-prem in data center environments with third parties or in the cloud with hyperscalers or your own cloud platform, and even just the overall umbrella topic of AI data readiness, which I think is something that still a lot of people are trying to sort of grapple with as a concept and get their arms around. Then I know that you're doing a lot of stuff around at the event focusing on the Trusted Data Foundation, and you've got a number of those around key platforms such as SAP data and so forth, AI-powered analytics. There's a whole long list of those and various things around some of the insights you're sharing around those projects. Walk us through maybe just a couple of days and some of the key things that the structure of the event for sort of day 1, 2, 3, and so we can sort of look forward to. I know you've got the opening keynotes. You'll obviously have some closing keynotes. Tell us what's sort of going to be on the floor and maybe for people who haven't been yet. And we will have details of where to register and so forth. We'll delve into a minute, but maybe just a bit more of the structure of sort of over the couple of days. What do the couple of days span, and what can people sort of expect when they come along to sort of register and come and join us at the event?
So the way that I've sort of split it in my head is the first day of the event is really about the innovation, the products that we'll be announcing together with our partnerships. And then the second day is about, I sort of have casually referred to it as people doing amazing things with data, whether those are customers or someone like Katie Ledecky that we mentioned earlier. It's really just bringing forward examples, real world examples that people can try to apply within their own lives or within their own organizations. So that's sort of the general split I've made. From a product standpoint, we're very excited about the product announcements that are coming. The things that around Qlik Talent Cloud for that data foundation, the foundation for our AI, very excited about things will be coming around that. When we talk about what we're doing with artificial intelligence, the pieces that we have around Qlik Answers and being able to begin to ask questions of your structured and unstructured data together is completely revolutionary in terms of the way that companies are now currently looking at AI and sort of generative as its own separate thing on the side. Being able to bring these things together is really going to be a game changer, we think, for our customers.
Fantastic. Well, I'm really looking forward to three in particular. You mentioned a couple of the what Meta is doing with you, what Volkswagen's doing with you, what Fujitsu's doing with you in particular. Each of them seem to sort of be in a different space in various parts of enterprise and technology and systems, and particularly the world, to see how they're integrating all of that. Um, One of the things that also jumps out at me each year at the event is generally just the layout of the floor and the overall event itself, and the ability to actually go and do one-on-one sessions with people where you can walk up to them at their stand at their various booths, get some of the demos, meet some of their team. What can we look forward to this year with regard to that overall format as we attend
Yeah.
and sort of some of those breakout sessions, some of those on the floor activities?
So we definitely do keep everything together, really keep the energy level up, the excitement up. As you mentioned, the demo pods that we'll have on the show floor this year, about 20 demo pods that enable us to bring to life the specific use cases that organizations are working with today around data integration, data quality, analytics, AI. And then you can go into the breakouts that are happening along either side of the overall event. You'll have great breakout sessions that are happening. You mentioned it's over 100 breakouts this year that are being led by customers, by partners, and by Qlik experts. And then, of course, there's all the partner sponsors that really surround everything in the middle. Around the Qlik areas is the great partnerships we have with organizations of all different sizes that have come in, and we're really appreciative of their sponsorship.
One of the key focuses, if not the key focus, is that sort of, quote unquote, customer focus. I wonder if you can just give us a sense of kind of what that actually means. I mean, we go to a lot of events every year. We see a number of opportunities to go and see technology and systems and so forth. But Qlik Connect in particular has always had that great customer focus, the ability to go and see some of your customers, see what they're doing with it, meet them real people, but also just that sort of connectedness, seeing people in person finally. But
Yeah.
walk us through sort of the sense of kind of, that community element of kind of, seeing people, spending time with them, getting to sort of, rub elbows, as it were, with one-on-one and sort of, network and get that interaction between humans that are actually, birds of a feather working with the data. I'd love to sort of get you to share a little sense of kind of what that means within across the fabric of the event as well, that whole customer focus and getting people there to talk to each other who are actually, as you said, obsessed with data in unhealthy ways, although healthy ways in this sense.
Not unhealthy, slightly alarming.
Slightly alarming, sorry, yes.
So yeah, look, I think you hit it on the head in terms of birds of the feather. What really made me excited about last year towards the end of the overall event is we normally, I think it's about 5 o'clock on the last day is when the show floor closes and we move on to the celebration evening. And last year we were still full on the show floor. People were still walking around, still having conversations. And I think that is such an important and big piece of what we're doing. It's not just the formal opportunities when you're at an event like this, it's all of the informal opportunities. So many of the formal things you can sort of experience through a screen like we're doing here, but so much of the informal, be able to have a conversation with someone, whether it's over a coffee in the morning or a cocktail at night, having these opportunities to sit down, really put your hands on keyboards and talk about specific things that are challenges for organizations, talk the overall ecosystem of partners and really understand how all of this is coming together. And as you said, in real world ways, right? Like customers are trying to figure out, how do I reduce costs? They're trying to figure out, how do I get more efficient within my overall data environment? They're trying to make sure they have a trusted data environment. If they're going to automate all of these things within their organization, they have to trust the outcomes or the actions that are being taken. And the chance to be able to bring so many people that wake up and think about this every day is just a great opportunity that we see, and we want to foster that across the things that we put into this show. So giving a lot of time for people to be able to have those casual conversations in addition to the more formal aspects of it.
Yeah, it's one of those events where I come away and my LinkedIn network has exploded. I've got a number of cards in my pocket to follow up on, whether it's just, as I said, birds of a feather that are also working with data or even connecting directly with some of your team. It's quite surprising how often someone like yourself or Mike Capone will tap you on the shoulder and just say hello. I know you mentioned some of your rest of your team. You've got Brendan Grady, for example, who's your EVP of Analytics and Business Unit, who does walk the floor regularly, just tap people on the shoulder and say hello. Drew Clark, who's also, I believe, presenting, and Mark Ralph. You'll be able to see them on stage and then potentially have them, bump into you and just say hello and connect and whatever. But as you alluded to there as well, that customer focus, that sort of user element of it, it is great to talk to humans who are solving similar problems with similar tools and compare those notes and then be able to take those connections away because, if we're in different parts of the planet or even different parts of the country or the state, you don't often get the chance to bump into each other, and this is that opportunity. One thing I'd also love you to just highlight is this year you're running a Global Customer Transformation Awards program. Tell us a little bit about what that is, and we can maybe just delve into a bit of that, where it sort of plays into some of the recognizing your customer base.
Yeah, I think the Customer Transformation Awards is one of the most gratifying opportunities for us to hear from many customer nominees that come in. They nominate themselves. Customers also are nominated by partners, internally by some of our experts that are working with them. And the Transformation Awards is a chance for us to really look out there and see who's innovating and transforming their business in the areas of analytics, data integration, data quality, artificial intelligence, and just sort of overall some categories that sort of are catch-alls of how organizations are looking to transform the way that they build their products, the way they manage their supply chain, the way they manage their customer relationships with data. So that is it's an award ceremony, sort of a great evening that we do on the I guess it's the first evening, first sort of evening, a full day that we bring some folks together and have a great awards dinner that's happening while some of these other things are happening during the show simultaneously in the evening. So it's a great chance.
I always look forward to it. Almost everyone I speak to looks forward to it because it gives us a chance to see the champions of kind of what we're doing. It's kind of like, there are Olympic swimmers, if you like, in many ways, because we look to not only see what they're doing and how they're doing it, but also the rationale. For me, in many ways, it highlights, kind of some of the approaches people are taking that I may not have already expected or tried. We see some of their falls and wins and pitfalls we can avoid, but it also shows us some of the business and technology outcomes they've successfully driven that we can then take away and put into action. It would be remiss of me as well not to mention that you've got your amazing AI Council there again. I think, as always, you mentioned we can hear from some amazing experts at the event every year. But I believe you've got Nina Schick, you've got Ruman Chowdhury, Kelly Forbes, Michael Bronstein there. Maybe just give us a quick summary of kind of the AI Council, for folk who potentially haven't heard of it or haven't been to the event yet, what your AI Council is and the function they perform, and what we can look forward to from them this year.
Yeah, the AI Council really ended up being an idea that we were trying to not navel gaze with regard to the whole topic of AI. Make sure we're bringing in outside thinking, not just from customers and from partners, but really from luminaries in this space in AI. And we're so proud to be working with that group that you just mentioned that represent cross geographies, cross different expertise in this area of AI, whether it's around things such as quality and protection, or if it's innovating in business and driving automations. This group has been able to really bring us into so many conversations. Our CEO, Mike Capone, has been working with Dr. Ruman Chowdhury on some things that are conversations they've been having with the Office of the White House and talking about AI here in the States. We work with different folks that are talking to different organizations, both governmental and also private organizations around the world. So the AI Council has really opened our eyes, given us a great opportunity to be in the conversation. And so many different organizations have actually come to us and asked if they can replicate a kind of AI Council, because I think they just recognize that things are changing so fast, that it's great to have folks within your walls that are doing your product development, understanding ways that we can work with our customers, but it's also equally important, if not maybe more important, to be able to bring that external input, external points of view. So we've got folks on Brendan's team and on Drew's team, as you mentioned them, in terms of leading our products, that meet with our AI Council to talk to them about what we're developing and really get their feedback, get some of their inputs in terms of what they're seeing out there in the real world.
Fantastic. And One of the things that really I found exciting last year was the ability to actually put your hand up and potentially take part in some of the Q&A at the end of their session on stage and get some of those big questions answered. I was quite excited to actually literally get out my pen and paper and write down some of the questions that others were asking because I knew they were things that I was already thinking about myself. But the ability to have that Q&A backwards and forwards, and then also, as I said, bump into some of them on the floor, which is just astounding.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
They're so
for
impressive. That
they're
group of
amazing group of people.
individuals, man. If
Yeah.
you don't walk away not impressed.
No, indeed. So for folk who haven't yet, we want them to go and find out more about Qlik, the company. We want them to learn more about the event. As I mentioned, it's in Orlando, in Florida, America this year. It's through May the 13th through the 15th. What's the best way for people to learn more about Qlik and the event itself, Chris?
Well, they can go to, of course, our website, Qlik.com, and for the event, QlikConnect.com. I would just encourage everybody to jump in there fast and try to get registered up. The overall sessions are definitely closing up fast on us, so get your spot.
Sounds great. Get your travel plans in place. I think it's about 6 weeks out. It's scary how fast it sort of goes from 3 months out,
Yeah.
2 months out, and then 6 weeks. Yeah, as I said, folks, I think anyone dealing with data, anyone dealing with business systems and AI systems that are related to data, this is a must-attend event. You'll meet some amazing people from birds of a feather. You'll see experts on stage. You'll bump into people like Chris and the team there at Qlik. We will have details wherever you see this video, by the way, and links to go directly to qlik.com. That's Qlik.com, to qlikconnect.com. I'd also highly recommend that people follow across different platforms, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Twitter, other spaces. Qlik is very, very active. They share a lot of information. They are very, very communicative on there. There's a constant conversation that you want to be part of. Make sure you reach out and follow the Qlik brand on LinkedIn and Twitter. Maybe reach out to key parts of the team and follow them on LinkedIn as well, and just keep abreast of what's going on. Chris, thank you so much for your time. I'm really looking forward to being there. Thank you again for the invite to be part of your event in person. I'm looking forward to being there in a few weeks, and we'll have some great conversations, some great events, and doing some live roving reporting on those couple of days. But in the meantime, safe travels yourselves, and as we'll have information where people can learn more. And as Chris highlighted, it's selling out quickly. Make sure you get in, find out why you should be going there this year, and register now. And we'll look forward to seeing you there in person. Chris, thanks again. It's been great to chat, and look forward to seeing you in person in a few weeks.
Great. Thanks, Dez. See you soon.
Cheers.